What's up, everyone? This is Giorgio, your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, and I have a very explosive, awesome video for you all today, and it's about Evil West. And so earlier this morning, they had a developer stream where they went more in depth about what this game was going to be about. And they played like the 6th mission from the game. But I didn't want to post that here because I'm trying to avoid like all the spoilers and whatnot. But they did have answer some very important questions that we were able to ask them in the live chat. And so, I wrote down all the answers or all the important, details that you all would need to know if you're thinking about buying Evil West. And I think you're going to get a really good kick out of some of the details. And I also asked them a question as well. So, you know what? Let's go on and get into this. So the first important detail is that Evil West will have 16 missions in total. There will be no side missions, but it has optional areas, that you can go to where you can collect money, treasure chests, different items and collectibles. And so yeah, that's something that they have that, if you want to do that. And they said it will have a new game plus mode, which will be like after you unlock all the skills and items and you upgrade your character and stuff. And so the question that I had asked them was, what was the most important key to, making it through the tough missions, the tough missions that I say. And so they had answered that the principle of their games is about rhythm over aim. So you can't just go around doing mindless things and expect to survive a level or mission. So basically they were saying mix your shooting and your punching attacks together. And they say the key is also to stay mobile and active. So keep your character moving at all times, because that's going to be a very important aspect to, defeating, different monsters and stuff like that. And so, of course, and speaking of the character, they say that Jesse, which is the character on the box art of this game, he's going to be the only playable character. And so, I know a lot of people want to know if they're going to be able to play as that other character, but that will be, I think, for the co-op mode, which I will go into more detail about that in just a second. But they say that Evil West will have a performance mode, which is 1080p 60 frames per second, which is, performance mode is the highest frame rate mode that you will have in the game. So in my opinion, I think performance mode is probably the ideal way to go for a game like for an action game, especially like Evil West, is because you're gonna want as many frames as possible, especially when trying to defeat enemies. And then they say quality mode is 4K 30 frames per second. And I have an extra little detail about the frames per second mode that I'm going to tell you all about in just a little bit. And so they say that Evil West will last 10 to 15 hours. And of course, this depends on your skill level in this game. And they say they will have lots of weapons to choose from, including shooting ones, attacking, and then so yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cool things to use to defeat enemies. And then they say that Evil West will have alternative costumes that you can unlock during the game. And they say that there's no DLC planned at this time. But of course, if you pre-order Evil West, you will get an exclusive alternative costume in weapon set, I believe. And so back to the frame rates, they say if you turn off VSync in the options menu, there will be a frames per second cap. So let's say if you played in performance mode, you will stay at 60 frames per second the whole game. Now, if you turn that on, if it's going to be on by default when you start the game, but if you turn it off, that means you'll be at that same frame rate the whole game. But if you leave it on, the game might drop frames at certain points during the game. So yeah, that's something you want to keep in mind of. And they say that you can change the difficulty level in the game at any time from the options menu. And there isn't a survival mode, unfortunately. But maybe, you know, if the game does really well enough, maybe they will add that in the future as a big update. You know, one can only hope. And they say that the co-op mode or the co-op gameplay was the most challenging aspect of making Evil West. And then of course they talked about the story mode difficulties, and the story one is like the first difficulty level, which is the most easiest in the game, and then it goes all the way up to evil difficulty, and evil difficulty is the most challenging thing ever. You're definitely gonna love that. And there's some few extra details right here before I close out this video. They say that the PS5 version will have adaptive trigger functions. So that's really cool. I'm glad that they'll be utilizing that function with the PS5 controller, because that's going to be really awesome, especially when you're using your guns or any kind of weapons and stuff. That's going to be awesome to experience. And then they say when playing in co-op mode, you can upgrade your skills. And of course, the last detail is there is no photo mode. But either way, I think that this is going to be a really awesome, fun gaming experience. And I won't be able to get Evil West right off the bat when it comes out on November 22nd. But I wanted to share with you all this information so you'll be knowing what you're going to be getting when you buy this game. So let me know what you think about all the features and stuff that I was revealing here. And thank you for tuning into this video. Make sure you hit the notification bell, set it to all, so when I drop some more epic gaming on this channel or snack reviews or whatever, you'll be the first to see it. Anyways, this is Giorgio, your friendly neighborhood YouTuber. Peace out.